Good afternoon and welcome to match 3 of the 2025 Top End T20 series, sponsored by NT Tourism, featuring the Melbourne Stars Academy taking on the Melbourne Renegades Academy here at DXC Arena. I acknowledge the Larrakia people, the traditional owners of the land we are on, and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I also extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people watching this broadcast. So in comes 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗀. And that's cracked away beautifully through point. Will it reach the boundary? Players are in pursuit. Come back for 2 and in fact run 3 there. So well done. So the Melbourne Stars will want to stop that here. Oh, that's a nice delivery off the pads, but squirted away. Backward a square there. Into the keeper. And a single. Off he goes, the big one, off the shoulder of the bat. And that one's gone all the way down to third man. And the first boundary here of the afternoon off the bat of Jonathan Brown. Not exactly convincing, but he went for it, Will, in a big way and scored the, well, not quite the maximum, but he scored the first boundary. Yes, that time difference could well make a difference. And Lazark back into the action here. Peak, he's gone forward as well. Goes again, big does Brown. That's a beautiful shot over through cover and his second boundary. The Renegades hit the boundary for the second time in this innings. Oh, he's gone again. A little bit untidy on that occasion. Flicked it up again over cover. Looked like it came off a leading edge, but he had enough power on it. And some decent fielding down there from the Stars in the form of Sharma. He went to go again. That's a beautiful shot through mid-wicket there. The chase is on. Fast outfield here at DXC Arena, and that is going to go all the way. Well done to Brown. He moves up now. 18 from 13 ball. He went again. Just backward a square. A little bit of work for the fielders there. And in fact, that's gone all the way. Gee, I said the outfield was fast. I didn't realise it was quite that fast. Oh, it's missed everything. Bat, wickets, wicket keeper, and it's going to slide all the way down for a boundary. Nice shot there. Just going through square. And they take the single on offer. Tucked away nicely there by the left-hander. On the leg side. And again, same story as the previous over. Swing and a miss for the first, single on the second ball. Brown back on strike. Still just rotating through nicely here, the Renegades. I think the teammates back in the sheds would be pretty happy with the way that they're going early stages of this game.
Yeah, especially with some aircon in there as well, Dom.
That's exactly right. 32 degrees, you can keep that for the moment. Oh, he's gone aerial, has Brown. That's a terrific shot. Just lofted that up over cover. Goes again, and this time, Peak out through mid-wicket has scored himself his first boundary, more importantly.
Bat, but otherwise very tight with the ball.
Oh, that was loose. He got a little bit of a tickle on that too, and ball running away here to the boundary, and it's going to make it too. Gee, it is very quick here this afternoon. Hot day, fast outfield, and Brown, just another little tickle on the ball. Oh, Peaks thrashed that one away through square and all the way to the boundary. Convincing shot too. He hasn't always looked like that through his innings, but that one certainly was. Nice shot from Peak, beautifully fielded. They scamper through for the single. Brown, crack. Oh, one bounce through the covers and another boundary. Bang, he goes again. Opportunity here. And that is taken at mid-on. Diving down low.
Blake McDonald takes the catch off 𝗏𝗏, who gets the first wicket of the match.
Well, well done to 𝗏𝗏 and well done to Sam Harper. He was brave, took the opportunity to make the change. And so the first wicket is Brown, who falls at 39 off 25. The Renegades now 1 for 55. And Well, 𝗏𝗏's decided to make no change whatsoever. That one there just flicked through square. They jogged through for the single. 𝗏𝗏 certainly didn't change his approach. Back to Warren. That's a nice shot there from Peak. And he's just slashed that away through cover, and a no ball called on the spinner in Warren Will. So the first free hit of the match.
Similar to that last partnership, just trying to keep each other balanced and levels and work together as a pair.
Gone for it again, has Peak again. Through the leg side, just backward of square. He's tossed that one up, and it's got the result as well. Dixon trying to carve that through the covers, and Warren picks up a wicket. He's been good so far, Warren, and just a little bit of icing there. Sees him now at 1 for 14, and Dixon, his first expansive shot of the afternoon, and he's cracked it away straight to the fielder. Just pushes that one. Well fielded there at cover. So just ends into the attack. Geez, he lofted that one up. Full toss, I think it might have been in the end. It's just, that's a nice ball to start with. They scamper through for the signal as the ball was just squeezed out there on the leg side. Again, he squares him up. Manages to push that one through mid-off. They jog through for the single. Follows up with a second one. Manages to squeeze that one out on the leg side. They're going to come back for the second. Good running. Good delivery. Whipped away. And that will be 6 is the call. Catcher on the boundary. Didn't really seem to pick it up all that clearly. Cracked away. Through point by Peak. But only the single. Struggling to put runs on the board here. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery there by 𝗏𝗏. The left armour. A little bit wider. Will Sutherland trying to carve that one away through point. Wayward throw as they ran through for a single. They're going to come back for a second on the misfield. Direct hit. And Peak is in. That's great recovery from the Stars from the initial misfield, but conceded a run that they probably shouldn't have, Will.
Yeah, like it was just the one there. Peak, he was in, oh, sorry, just the two there. Peak lucky he got into his creases. That was a very good recovery from the field. Instead of directing on those wickets.
Yeah, Jonathan 𝗏𝗏, I think that was fielding in the outfield again. He's been pretty good with his throws. This time Sutherland goes for it, carves that away through cover again. It's a go-to area. Peak calls him through for the second. And they make it easily on this occasion. So back-to-back twos. So Sutherland moves up to 10 from 15, and Peak has just been so steady right from the word go. It's moved up to 46 from 38 deliveries. And the Renegades 2 for 103 midway the 14th over. Sutherland up and out. She's very fortunate that didn't go to the fieldsman. It's going to run away quickly down through the fly slip region for a boundary. So Sutherland's first 4 for the afternoon. And that's certainly getting the scoring moving, and that they need. Here we were talking about them reaching 160, Will. That seems some way off at the moment. That score 2 for 107. Nice delivery again from 𝗂𝐽𝐴. Just keeps Will Sutherland trapped in his crease. Push that pace from this airport end. Oh, high up and under. Comes off the top of the bat. And underneath it, 𝗏𝗏. He's proven himself to be good in the field. And at mid-on, he takes a nice catch. And there it is. Will trying to push that scoring along. Peak sitting on 46. Skies one, caught and out. They lose their 3rd wicket. Not really what they wanted. He is the set batsman. Oh, that's a well-placed delivery. The ball punched out there through to mid-wicket. No run. The spinners are the ones who have put the clamps on, and the fast bowlers are the ones who have reaped the wards and taken some of the wickets.
And keep in mind, Jonathan 𝗏𝗏 as well, making his impact one of those wickets, and he also played a part in the other one with a decent catch just a few balls ago, and also some pretty good fielding throughout the innings too.
Absolutely. And 𝗏𝗏 running into a nice breeze that's just whipped up here at DXC Arena. Hammers that one in, and Lemire's called through by his captain in Sutherland for a single. He goes with that. Look at that. It's a beautiful shot. Just picks that one up. 6 over square. There's the plan. What a magnificent shot. And 𝗏𝗏 now, he knows he's under attack. He's just pulled him away through mid-wicket. Second boundary off the bat of Will Sutherland. Just pops that one off the hips out through square. Run through for the first. 5 from 20. Goes with the big hit again. Up through backward point, and this is just going to bounce away again for another boundary to Will Sutherland. So his last 4 balls, Will. There's the next one. He's punched that one away over cover. Just punches that one. Cut that one away nicely. His captain will be really pleased with that. Cut away through backward point to the boundary. Oh, they've scooted through for a dangerous single. The French cut, I think, there from Lemire, living dangerously. Oh, he's given Lemire some licence here, and he's cracked that one away through mid-off. Only for the single. Merlot coming in to field that one. Mackenzie, a flatter delivery. Sutherland pulls that one away through mid-wicket. Bit of a fumble. They're going to go for the second. No, they're not. They thought about it. Coming in off the boundary there was Liam Blackford, just able to put the pressure on.
Blackford, another one who's had impact in the field with that catch. Harry Dixon off his 3rd ball. But importantly as well, I think Dom, the Gade's now in a position where maybe they can experiment, given they've put a few more runs on those last 2 and a bit overs.
Lemire, now his opportunity. Cracks that one through extra cover. Again, Merlot with the fielding. Impressive stuff. Came in quickly, released the ball quickly. You can hear the loud call of no. So Lemire just a single, but he's doing his job. Run a ball, and he's now got Sutherland back on strike. Mackenzie only conceding singles so far. His challenge now is to face Sutherland. Cracks that one away through point, out towards the boundary. Sharma fielding out there. Whips that one through on the left arm. Nicely done. Good running between the wickets too. 2 runs added to the Renegade score. Mackenzie in. Sutherland is up to the challenge. Bangs that one away, and that's 6. That is a straight 6, straight down the ground. Lucky there's a fence here at DXC Arena. That's the only way that was captured. Oh, it's a beautiful strike there from Will Sutherland.
Pretty good spot.
He's gone with the reverse sweep, and he's tucked that one away beautifully for another boundary. Has Lemire, and Sutherland strides down the pitch and pumps his fist and says, well done. That is a beautiful shot. Lemire just pushes that one through on the leg side. Quickly through for the single. Full toss. Whips it away behind square, does Sutherland. Fielded nicely down there, and they're going to come back through easily in the end for the second. So good cricket all round. Renegades just continuing to tick over the scoreboard here. Importantly, I think, for where we've reached, Will, that was Sutherland coming back for 2 runs. He still is the most important one, I think, to be able to take the strike here.
Yeah, I think so. And you're probably looking at closer to the end of the innings. You want to finish it strong. You don't want to drop a couple of cheap wickets and change the mood. You want to go into that innings break with a bit of stride and a bit of perk in your step.
He's bounced that one away, and that is just cracked away That is a magnificent hit over deep mid-wicket from 𝗁 Sutherland and a beautiful six. He's hit two of them, both of them in the same region. That is a cracking shot, and I say that literally. You could hear that off the to play with here.
Yeah, you'd think anything from here is just extras, but they also don't want to just let that over and a half pass them by. Want to capitalise on this opportunity.
And 𝗬𝗏 bounces to him again. He's going to clear the field straight through cover. The diving attempt from Sharma there was valiant, but another boundary to the dangerous and the ever more dangerous 𝗁 Sutherland, 4 runs.
So far this one on track to probably be the most expensive over of the innings. At the moment, I think that was back to 𝗂𝗏 again in the 3rd over, so he's been a little bit costly so far. Has taken the 1 wicket, 𝗂𝗏.
Well, Sutherland 1 run away now from a half century. He's such a quality player, knows how to build an innings. Down the leg side, and the wide conceded. So 𝗂𝗏 clearly worried about his hitting power on the offside and just strayed a little bit too far there on the leg side. Mind you, his 2 great sixes have been on the leg side.
Sutherland now the leading scorer for the Renegades with 49.
He goes again, and that is another 6. And he's again pulled that beautifully up over deep mid-wicket. I feel sorry for the fielder down there. He's just watched the ball go 3 times over his head down there. Well done, 𝗁 Sutherland. 55 runs off 31 deliveries. He's taken the Renegade score now up over 170, and there's still a ball to come in this, the 19th over. He's hit 3 boundaries, 2 sixes and a 4. And 𝗂𝗏, can he close this out without any further damage to the scoreboard for his team? He's sitting on a 1 for 48. He goes again, doesn't quite middle that one, squirts that one out through square leg. They're going to come back for the second. That's excellent running. Clearly Sutherland not concerned about being on strike to start the last over. That honour is going to go to Lemire, but at the end of the 19th, the Renegades 3 for 173. So Max 𝗵𝗏𝗃 back into the attack to bowl this, the last over of the Renegades innings. Left arm around the wicket. Oh, that's a full toss. And that is straight down the throat of the fielder out there. Has that been called a no ball? I think it may have been. Yes, it is. Another full toss, and he just smashes that one away. That is out of the ground over onto the 2nd oval here at DXC Arena. That is the biggest 6 of this match easily. A wonderful strike from 𝗁 Sutherland. And he takes his team score to 3 for 181 runs. The score, if they had that at the 20 over mark, they'd be happy. If they scored 180, that'd be great. Well, they've got 5 more balls here. Oh, and he's just given himself way too much room, 𝗁 Sutherland, and he's been bowled from 𝗵𝗏𝗃. Well done, Max 𝗵𝗏𝗃. Held his nerve there and just bowled straight at the wickets. So 𝗁 Sutherland, his innings, and what a wonderful innings it was, comes to an end. 63 from 34 deliveries. And Max 𝗵𝗏𝗃, in his last over, 1 for 37. That is a really, really important wicket. Lemire giving himself room. Bangs that one up high, long. The outfielder was there. No catch taken. They scamper through again for another 2 runs. So Lemire chancing his arm. He's got the opportunity here to face the last ball of this innings. Straight back over his head from there. That's a cracking shot. He's almost fallen over at the bowler's end. And in the end, Lemire run out, I think, is the call, because he'd taken off for the single and his teammate fell over. So Sam Harper's taken the bail off, and they finish here. They close out the innings. The Renegades 4 for 188. Lemire, a well-made 26 off his 18 runs. That was an impressive innings from the young man. Now with the single, and 𝗵𝗺𝗴𝗀 with the figures of 1 for 43 off his 4 overs.
Really impressed with Sutherland's batting as well that innings. Even when he was probably only on about 30 or 35 runs, you thought he was maybe the pick of the bunch of the batters too, just because of, I guess, the way that those runs changed the pace of the game.
So well done there from the Renegades. Really put the pressure on the Melbourne Stars. 5 for 189. Just seeing that score update there. 5 for 189. So the Melbourne Stars will be chasing 190. Welcome back to 𝗃𝗂𝐴 Arena for match 3 of our 2025 Top End T20 series, which is sponsored by NT Tourism. My name is Dominic McCormack. 𝗏𝗚 with me in commentary this afternoon. We're about to get this match underway here. The Renegades, they had a terrific innings, 189 runs off their 20. And the Stars needing to chase and score 190 to win this game. Will, how are you seeing it?
Yeah, I think it was a really good innings from the Renegades first up. Probably took them a little while to get their straps, and then just as they did with Brown and Peake, Brown went out 39 runs off 26 balls. Peake then sort of found a bit of a groove, and then he went out, and then suddenly, just as the game was looking like the Stars might be getting on top in the middle, Captain Will Sutherland's come out and just started belting around the park, and they ended up on a pretty comfortable total of 4 for 188. Looks like Fergus O'Neill is going to start with the ball in hand here. Meanwhile, it'll be Sam Harper and Tom Rogers. They're chasing a target of 190.
First ball. Oh, that was almost a catch. It's come off the wicket-keeper's gloves and down to the boundary for 4.
It's a lovely endowment at the moment.
No question. Harper doing something different. He's hit that one over his left shoulder, straight towards you and I, Will, and it's hit the fence just in front of our commentary position here. So he made something out of not a lot there. And that one straight down a deep fine leg for a boundary. Rogers just cracks that away to cow corner. That is a super hit.
Get the ladder out, Don. That's on the roof.
That is on the roof. That's probably the second best 6 we've seen this afternoon. I still think the number 1 goes to Will Sutherland himself. Sutherland with the effort ball off the glove. It's gone straight over the top of the wicket-keeper's head and down to the boundary for 4 runs. So on the attack, Tom Rogers scores a 6, scores a 4. He's got into his work nice and early here, has Tom Rogers. If you're keen on more cricket, Super Saturday tomorrow at 11 a.m. the Renegades against the ACT Comets at TIO. Will Sutherland slashed away here by Rogers, and that'll be another boundary. Rogers on fire here. That was a magnificent shot from the left-hander through cover for 4. The last 3 balls, 6, 4, 4. Oh, cracked away there by Harper. Just slashed away up and over point for a boundary. That is a slashing shot, and that's coming off David Moody. His introduction to this contest is a 4. Rogers gets that one away, splits the field, and that will be another boundary through backward square leg. Goes hard, goes long, and to the boundary for 4. Good delivery, dealt with by Harper. Clears the infield. Mid-wicket running back to collect that ball. They jog through again for 3, it may have been. Last ball of the over. So 10 off it. Again, you don't really want to be conceding 10, but when your teammates have been conceding 12s, they've at least dragged it back a little bit. None for 47 after 4 overs, run rate 11.75. Rogers on 24, Harper 19, and both of them going at a fair rate.
At the same stage, Don McCormack, the Renegades were on 30 runs. They're effectively 2 runs ahead of where the Gades were, the Melbourne Stars. So a very good start. They're still shy of that 50-run mark, but it seems like it's been a quicker than flash. And if you think back 20 overs time, that 50 really crept up on us at the Renegades. Got its two very different approaches from the different batting sides.
Stowe for his second. Darts that one in, and that's straight down the ground and right over our commentary tent for 6. Thought I might have had to take a catch there for a moment. That's a tremendous hit by Rogers. Harper now just squeezes that out on the leg side. Mid-wicket in quickly. They scoot through for 2. Good running between the wickets, or was it? Gee, Lemire, he's asked the question.
Umpire's not going to
He's
take
been turned down, hasn't he? Rogers just tucks that one nicely to back of square. Harper. Rogers, in fact, I should have said, was aggressive with the running, and he's been given out on this occasion. The umpires raised the finger. Just a bit too aggressive on that occasion by Rogers. The fielding was good, as it has been throughout by the Renegades. They got the ball in quickly to Lemire. He's whipped off the bails, and not just the bails, in fact, he's whipped out the middle stump. And Rogers has to go, which is disappointing for the Renegades, Will, because these two, you'd have to say, were in charge of this innings at this stage. So that was a run out that was not needed. I mean, as if a run out is ever needed, but 35 runs from Tom Rogers. He's given them a really good platform, though, to start. Harper giving himself some room on the first bounce to the fielder out there at point. In quickly to Lemire. Oh, Callaway, he's caught behind.
It's gone.
Got the little nick on it, and this is becoming a significant over here from O'Neill. A run out with the first ball, a wicket caught behind by Lemire for his 4th ball. 2 down in this, the 7th over. Could this be a real turning point for the Stars? So Callaway, he goes for 1 of 2 deliveries, and the Stars, they lose their 2nd. Harper looking to do the same. Crack that one away over the top of point. Boundary. Will Sutherland, he's now conceded 5 off this, his 2nd over. I'm not used to seeing this with Will Sutherland. Normally he's a very, very economical bowler and a devastating batsman. Well, Harper goes again, crunches that one away through mid-wicket, and that is another boundary. So Will Sutherland proving to be extremely expensive here. 1-4-4 for his first 3 balls. Captain to captain, that one's hit Harper. It's up in the air, and that's a good catch. Well, ultimately it's worked, Will, because that is a really, really good catch out there, a deep square leg. Captain to captain. I thought Sam Harper had actually been hit on the glove, and maybe it did take a bit of glove because he didn't quite hit it as well as he'd hoped to, but a tremendous catch out there, looking into the sun from deep square leg. Harper goes for 34 of 24 deliveries, and Will Sutherland, well, he was going as well. He'd gone for boundaries, picks up the wicket, and an important one too, because it does now just put that pressure back on again. 3rd wicket falls for the Stars. Oh, got the outside edge, did Will Sutherland, almost to the wicket-keeper. Goes for another boundary in this, his 2nd over. So very, very expensive again. He's gone for 14 runs. McDonald, the last shot, was looking to go over mid-wicket. He's done that in this occasion. That's a big 6 too. Superb shot, clears the fence. 6 runs to Blake McDonald. A much-needed boundary, you might say. It moves them now on to 3 for 92 in the middle of this, the 10th over. Good delivery, whipped away there through square. Coming back for the 2nd, good aggressive running. Nice ball. Hit away beautifully. Up and up and up and over. That's a terrific, terrific shot there. Up over cow corner from Blake McDonald. A 6 to his team's tally and a 6 to his personal tally, takes that to 25 off 13. Off he goes, catch possible, over the head, and that's gone for 6. We said look out for Blake McDonald. 4 runs, in fact. That's a nice delivery, and there's another one. He's picked up the wicket. He's been expensive, but he's been wicket-taking. So Will Sutherland picks up a 2nd with the 2nd ball of his 3rd over, and that is a really important moment to take that wicket. They've just fallen below in the run rate. and he's taken his second. Well done, Will Sutherland. Brought him on at such an important moment. The spinners have been going to work, and then he says, rightio, now's my time.
But out as much hope as they can from the Stars batsman.
Comes around the wicket now. Merlo cutting through point, and that's gone all the way to the boundary. So he's flicked the switch here as Merlo. Straight down the ground was a good shot. Has another crack. That is a superb shot. Straight down the ground, and he's reached the long on boundary for 4. So I tell you what, flicker switch indeed. 1, 2, 4, 4 from the first 4 balls from this near over. And that one whipped away onto the leg side, and just the single. Didn't really come off the bat, I think, as Merlo would have liked. And Blackford with an opportunity here to face a bit of pace, I think probably for the first time in his innings so far. Crone, that was going down leg side. He just got a little touch on that. It's going to race away all the way to the boundary. So he made the most of that. All he needed to do was get a little tickle on it. It's exactly what he did, Blackford. Races to 8 now from 6. Another very useful boundary early in the over too, Will. Oh, he goes beautifully. That's going to clear the boundary. That's a cracking shot. Up over deep square leg. Blackford, well done. He was 9 from 14. He's now 15 off 15 with that 6. What's Moody got? Bang, crashed away again. Cracking shot out through mid-wicket, and that's going to be 4 runs. Blackford, he's flicked his switch now too. Bang, it goes again. Straight down the ground from Liam Blackford, and that is another boundary. So the last 3 balls from Moody, 6, 4, 4. He is under pressure, to say the least. Blackford now moving on to 23 from 17 deliveries. Up he goes. Good ball. Who's got it? Sutherland's in to take the catch, and he takes it beautifully. Well done to Moody. And his captain goes straight in and gives him the high five. Moody was under pressure, but he's taken a wicket, and Blackford, who was lashing out on 23 runs. 23 from 18. Little cameo there in that over from David Moody. But he now has to make his way back to the shed. So the Stars, they lose their 5th wicket. Well done, Liam Blackford. 23 runs from 18 deliveries, 2 4s and 1 6, and they all came in that over. And Fergus is doing the job. A bouncer, can't get it away. They're going to go for the single. They are. Jog it through. Only the 1 run conceded there with 1 ball to go in this Fergus O'Neill over. So this has been a struggle for the Stars, but this has been a very good over for the Renegades. Run rate down to 9, and required run rate up at its highest that it's been so far. 15 runs required per over. O'Neill's last delivery, belted away through square. Returned back for the cost of only 1 run. So Fergus O'Neill, job done. 4 overs, 1 for 28 conceded. He's been excellent. And at the end of the 19th over, the Stars find themselves on 5 down for 172. In fact, there's 1 more ball to come because there was a wide in the first ball of this over. Gives himself a little bit of room there, does Merlo. Cracked that one away, and the fielder could not get hold of the ball. It's a boundary, and a much needed boundary to the Stars. Luckily there was an extra ball there for the Stars, and O'Neill in fact finishes on 1 for 31 from his 4, and Merlo, after an extremely slow start, moves on to 34 from 29. Stars on 175 from 19. They need 16 runs from the last over. Crone to bowl the last over. Good delivery first up, punched away through cover. Fielded there by Sutherland, conceding only a single. 14 runs left. Field change here. The big hitting Merlo. So Will Sutherland taking himself down towards long on. The danger zone, one might say. Moody fielding at long off. Crone running into that handy breeze here at DXC. 𝗏𝗏 gives himself some room. He bowls wide, and the wide is given. So one less run needed. Still 5 balls left. $13 from 5 is the calculation. 5 balls to go. What's 𝗏𝗏 got? He's hit 34 off 29. It's been a really well-paced innings thus far. Gives himself some room. Cracks that one away through square. Didn't get all of it. They go through for one. They're back for the second. 𝗏𝗏 wants to be on strike, and he gets on strike. 2 runs. Well done. Brings that tally down to 11 runs required from 4 balls. Nothing else matters here. 11 from 4 is the calculation. 𝗏𝗏 on 36. McKenzie on 4. McKenzie will be quite happy to be sitting at the non-striker's end at this stage. 𝗏𝗏 the one doing the damage. Swings that one away. Big hit. Out to the boundary and goes for a boundary is the call. 4 runs is the call. So 7 runs required here from 3 balls. And Will Sutherland jogging in to have a chat with his bowler in Crone. That was a terrific strike there from 𝗏𝗏. 5 for 183, the Stars. 190 the target. 𝗏𝗏's moved himself onto 40 from 31. He was extremely slow early on. Couldn't quite get the connection that he was looking for. He's certainly getting the connection now, right when it's needed. Oh, he's missed that one. Good bowling from Crone. Still 7 runs required. 2 balls to come. Pressure back on. That was beautifully bowled by Crone. Pressure on both bowler and batsman here, and from the commentary position we have here, I can hear Will Sutherland saying to Crone, well done, keep going. Be very impressed with his bowler's effort there. In again. Picked that one up beautifully. Out through mid-wicket. Ball's going to come in quickly. They're back for the second. Is the run out on? Potentially, yes, he's out. 𝗏𝗏 was coming in for the second. The throw from the boundary was superb, and he's been run out going for the second. So the Renegades strike just when they needed to. 𝗏𝗏 out. He was doing some damage. He'd moved himself up to 40, trying to get back for that second run so that McKenzie wasn't on strike. But the wicket falls. And yet again, the Renegades take one just when they needed to. Well, the pressure on here. 1 ball to come. Do a score check here and just check indeed how many balls there are to come in this over. Crone's done very well so far, but the fielding from the Renegades has been good, particularly out in the deep. One run added to the tally, of course, from that flurry of activity. Crone now. Crack down the ground. Sutherland to come in. Will take the ball. They've run the single. And that is the game. Renegades win. The Renegades have done extremely well. Great pressure at the end. And that innings from Will Sutherland has proven to be a match-winning innings. 6 for 185 the Stars have finished on. And there we have the end of this game. The Melbourne Renegades defeating the Melbourne Stars 189-185. Thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon at DXC Arena. We're looking forward to bringing you more cricket as this tournament goes on.
For more updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Download 𝗃𝗺𝗿𝗁 app to enjoy exciting games and highlights. Visit 𝗃𝗺𝗿𝗁.com.